Suffer, Reaper. Today we're talking about Reaper from DOSman Games. I got the opportunity to get early access to the game. This game is what you would expect from DOSman Games, a bite-sized boomer shooter experience. This is definitely DOSman Games' best work. The music, cameos, the Easter eggs, the level design, the weapons, the overall vibe is phenomenal. Everything's improved from the prior games. Everything is better. The difficulty scaling, the difficulty options, I think the boss fights and everything. The overall challenge is more than there used to be, but there is an easy option, normal and hard. There's a lot of cameos from the likes of Zlim and others. I may have a little cameo in there as well. The beginning of this video might even be a bit of a hint if you pay attention. I really had a lot of fun. I definitely played it for over an hour, thoroughly explored everything. I even told Sam Marshall myself that it was by far his best work. And like I said, and the music is so good. And the fact that there's so much more voice acting in it and everything. And the sound design's great, but the voice acting is funny and it's goofy. And that's kind of like, he said that that's kind of like what he was going for originally. But it gives me such Army of Darkness vibes.
This is my boomstick!
The setting and the vibe and everything is really cool. And also the fact that like every level is you going after a target a la Hitman. I think that's a pretty interesting concept, but it makes sense because, you know, you're the Grim Reaper. And then there's a nice twist at the end. And then, you know, which leads to the final boss and everything, and which is all really, really cool, by the way. You know, the bow and arrow is really cool. The magic wand that you use, which I like even more than the bow, honestly. The first scythe is great. The second scythe is even better. The like hovering knives are phenomenal. I absolutely love that. You can actually get a little sword that looks like it almost looks like broken glass sword kind of thing. You can get it kind of early, but it's really powerful. It's really slow, I guess is the downside of how powerful it is. So cool. You know, the movement's just as good, everything you would expect from a DOSman game. I think it's even faster. There's a lot more enemies, there's a lot more variety of enemies. The overall level design is much more in depth. It's even bigger, I think, than prior games. It has such a great vision and overall feel. The cartoony style, the goofy nature of everything is fantastic. I highly, highly recommend Reaper. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's great. I think it is his best work. Honestly, I'd pay $5 for this game. It is fantastic. It's worth a shot. It's worth a play. Easter eggs aplenty. Tons of cameos. Some you wouldn't even expect, and others maybe you would. Level design, platforming, it's good. It's fantastic. Definitely my favorite of his work. Definitely the one that most up my alley, both tonally and just in style. I'm also a big fan of, you know, the Grim Reaper as a character. I also like the cheesy Monty Python, Army of Darkness kind of thing it's going for, and I think that's cool. That's my review of Reaper. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy Reaper. Don't suffer too much. See y'all later. Big shout out Osh and Midnight Medium, and thank you all. I'll see you next time.